Team USA is set to take on Australia tomorrow in Seattle. Now, that contest begins at noon local time in the home stadium of the city's Major League Soccer team, the Sounders. During the World Cup, it's Lumen Field, as it's otherwise known, has been temporarily debranded to avoid conflicts with FIFA sponsors. It's simply referred to as Seattle Stadium. That's happening in another stadium as well. More than 66,000 people filled it on Monday to watch Belgium and Egypt play 1-1 draw. Hugh Weber is the president of Business Operations for Seattle Sounders FC and Seattle Reign FC. Good to see you, sir. Thank you. How difficult, how tricky is it? FIFA come along and say, well, look, we'll have your stadium, but please change the name and cover that bit of advertising. And no, you can't have what you'd normally have over there.
Well, thank you for having me, Richard. I would say that FIFA is the global representation of the sport. We just saw a story about the Knicks and how it's taken over New York City, but each one of these matches that'll be hosted in Canada, US, and Mexico has a viewership that's actually larger than even the finals match or finals game that happened with the Knicks. So they carry a lot of weight. And so when they come along and say, we want to have a Seattle stadium instead of what you commercially call it, we tend to comply.
You never thought for a moment saying, no, I'm sorry, our stadium has a proper name. The people who paid for it. I know, I'm just being naive. All right, call me naive and innocent.
No. I would say the benefit to the community, the hundreds of millions of dollars that will flow through Seattle and every host city far outweigh, honestly, the naming of the stadium. We are, again, hosting an incredible celebration here in Seattle. We're hopefully bringing the community together with visitors to our city in a way that, again, will create a legacy and represent the ambition that we hope to project on the world as to who we are and what we stand for.
There's two distinct aspects here. The first is the amount of money that the city will make directly, the indirect, the businesses. Now, we know that the numbers have not been as great as perhaps have been promised or thought, but they're still going to be considerable. The second is putting Seattle on the map. And here I wonder whether you need to be. I mean, you're a very famous city from the Pacific Northwest that most people, a large number of people, know quite well. So how do you benefit, in a sense? How do you project yourself even further?
Well, let me first off say, pick on your first point, which is, anecdotally, I'm walking the streets of Seattle. We see hundreds of thousands of people who don't have tickets, who are here to be part of the movement and the moment. So again, I think that the lack of demand is highly exaggerated. We are not seeing it here on the streets. In terms of what it means to Seattle, these are not things that you get to do every, even decade. These are generational types of moments for our community. And so in order to be able to be on the stage, to have people across the world, yeah, of course, they know Seattle for its home of technology, and they know Seattle for a variety of things, but to know it as an incredible host of the world is something we're proud of.
And ultimately, the difficulty of getting legacy from big sporting events. I mean, obviously there's the Olympics, which is one on its own, but you've obviously been planning for this for some time.
We have. So there's really two components of the legacy we see as. One is the impact in the community. Over the last 5 years, our particular club, the Seattle Sounders and the Seattle Reign, the women's club, we've been out in the community. We have actually built over 52 community pitches around the state of Washington. These are places for people to gather, to play, for children to play, free of charge. That has been the lasting legacy. The second part of this is the growth of the sport. North America is the fastest growing market for soccer globally. And we believe that this is a step function change for the sport. And for people who are maybe even bystanders in what soccer is, we believe that this is the catalyst to get people to think about this sport as being part of more of a global community and deeper interest.
Sir, I'm very grateful. When I think of Seattle, I always think about Pike Place and the marvellous fish, actually. Frankly, it's the superb that is there. And by the way, you only owe me $3 tonight. I think I got 3 soccers from you instead of football. But I'll put the money in a charity box on your behalf, sir.
Duly noted. Thank you, Richard.
Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. So next time I'm in Seattle, I'll buy the coffees.